This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're outside of Erie, Colorado. I am here at Edelweiss Alpacas. Since 2009, they have offered breeding and sales with integrity. I am here with the owners. Let me ask you folks, first of all, alpacas isn't something I learned about in high school or even as in grade school. Share with me how it is that you guys got involved in this type of industry.
We saw alpacas first at the National Western Stock Show sometime in early 2000. We didn't do much about that at that time, but we were intrigued by them and interested, and so we thought eventually Dave had some medical things going on, and we thought we needed an alternative backup income, and so we decided to go into alpacas.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this, Dave. Did you grow up with alpacas? Were you exposed to these animals before, let's say, 2000?
No, I'm strictly a city slicker. I grew up in Chicago.
Okay, so definitely not. Let's start off first of all. Why don't we educate the viewers out there? What is an alpaca? Explain to me where this animal comes from.
Okay. Alpacas are part of the camelid family. Camels, alpacas, llamas, guanacos, and vicuñas are all in that family. All of those except camels come from South America. And eventually they imported alpacas and llamas up here to the United States. And then they have since closed importation. I'm not quite sure what year, 1990s something. And so we now have alpacas up here, and it's a great breeding industry for getting finer and finer fiber for the clothing and the fashion industry.
Excellent. So obviously fiber is a big factor here with these animals. Were these animals used in the past for labor? I mean, can they pack things, or are they just animals that are more for their fiber?
They are raised strictly for their fiber. Llamas are big enough that they can pack equipment and things and go on treks and things like that. They're also more sure-footed than alpacas. Alpacas are raised only for their fiber, and it's a luxury fiber. In South America, at the time of the Incas and the Mayas, it was called the fiber of the gods, and only the royalty could wear it. Now the fine fiber is equivalent to cashmere, and so it's a very high-end clothing product with alpaca in it.
Interesting. The animals themselves, are we talking about friendly animals?
Absolutely. They are friendly, they're gentle, they're low-key animals, they're low-maintenance animals, easy to work with.
And you have both male and female here on the ranch, and is there a difference in temperament between the two?
Not necessarily. Sometimes the males can be a little more aggressive because they're breeding animals, and the male hormones and the competition amongst themselves. But as you see, we have several alpacas, male alpacas, together in a pen. Sometimes some are so aggressive they do need to be separated and can't be with other males. But most of ours are friendly enough with each other that they can be penned together.
Wonderful. One of the things, obviously, they're a very gentle nature, almost a serene, peaceful feeling that people have around them. So companionship, is that one of the main reasons people enjoy them?
Yes, it is. They can be used as companion animals, and they can be taken to nursing homes and medical facilities and used, just as a gentle animal that can come visit the elderly or come visit anybody. Sometimes they are used as therapeutic animals. That's not so widely known, but it can be done.
Interesting. But going back to the fiber again, what folks are really deciding to purchase one of these animals is to actually harvest their own fiber. Is that something that you can teach them and help them along the way as well?
Absolutely. The fiber can be sheared off just once a year, and that can be professionally done, so people don't have to do that themselves. But then they get the fiber. There are many people who want to wash it, card it, comb it, spin it, and everything themselves. Other people, like us, send the fiber to a mill, and they do all of the work for us, and then we have the yarn back. And then I sell the yarn. I sell also lesser finished product like bats and rovings, and then the skeins of yarn, and I also have finished product that I sell.
So we're talking about fleece, yarn, felt, all this is coming off of the animals. And do you actually harvest yourself and make some of those materials available to people if they want to purchase straight from you?
Yes, we do. We have raw fleece available, and then we have any of the other stages available, bats and rovings, felt, etc.
Does the actual fiber itself, are you able to dye it? I mean, is it pretty dyeable?
It is, especially the white and the light-colored fawns are dyeable. Some people dye the gray as well, and you can get very beautiful muted colors. You can get very beautiful brilliant colors. It's beautiful. It dyes beautifully.
Excellent. Well, like Dave was saying, growing up in Chicago, we're not really exposed to alpacas too heavily, and I wasn't myself. But yet, you guys are exposing the youth to these animals. You've got a real successful 4-H program. Share with me what is involved there.
Well, what it is we're actually working here with Boulder County, and we're doing a program what's called Lease an Alpaca. And this year we've got 10 youth that are actually going to be working with the animals, and they'll go through learning how to raise an animal, what's all required in taking care of the animal, the medication, the general halting, leading them. They'll get to where the animal feels comfortable with them, and they'll even get to the point where they're going to be taking them through obstacle courses, because the animal will trust them so much, and they'll even put costumes on them at some point.
Excellent. I mean, is it pretty exciting to see the youth get out here and get involved with that? I mean, do they spend a certain amount of hours out here per month?
They have to be here 6 hours a month.
That's a minimum.
That's the minimum. So they actually come out here, and what ages are we talking about?
Anywhere from 8 to 18. Most of ours are 8 to 13 or 14.
Excellent. Folks out there that are checking you out, obviously, you can pretty much shop from anywhere because you have them available online. If people are out there navigating the web, share with us what the herd sires are. What is that difference?
The herd sire is a high-quality animal that is desirable for his genetics, and so you want to breed him to a female and carry on his good quality genetics. And you're looking for density of fleece. You're looking for crimp style, which is kind of like crinkle fries. You're looking for fineness. Fineness is key, and that's measured in microns, and the lower the micron, the better. You're looking for coverage, that it's consistent across the whole animal from shoulder to tail, and it needs to be consistent. So those are the better breeding males, and they're called herd sires.
Excellent. And a foundation herd, what is that?
That would be more the females, who are pretty good quality also, but anyway, they're used for the cria birth and that, and of course, and you just have a stock of females that you use pretty much. And you can buy and sell females as well. You can buy and sell the crias after 6 months and the males, but the foundation females are the ones you kind of use mostly for your breeding program.
Excellent.
They're the ones a lot of times you'll know that whoever you breed to, you're going to get good quality from, so that you can improve whatever you have. Because there are some females, when you breed to, they give you just a regular run-of-the-mill. Well, then you don't use those into your foundation herd.
Excellent. One of the things, obviously, when you picked out this location, you were looking for something that you'd have some basically small farm attention that you're able to give here. Was that important to you?
Yes, it was. We wanted something small enough that we could handle and manage, and still big enough that, of course, they can have room to run and do that. So we have 3.5 acres.
And does that make it easy also for educating people, because of the fact you can really hands-on, one-on-one?
Absolutely, yes.
One of the things here, obviously the environment is open. You've got a place here people can come out and actually tour. Tell me a little bit about the tours.
We do have a lot of people come for tours and that, and it takes an hour to an hour and a half because we're very talkative and we do a lot of hands-on with the alpacas. So people get to feed them by hand sometimes. They get to be close up and petting and touching and interacting with the alpacas, and the alpacas are quite tolerant of that.
So if folks are open to the interaction, there it is. Basically come out for a couple of hours, pack a lunch or something, and enjoy being out here in the open. I mean, I love it myself. We come from the city, and so everything seems a little more calm here. Yeah. It's kind of nice. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. Basically on the website, you can check out the different animals they've got available for you right there. They try to keep that updated for you. You can also check them out on Facebook, because these folks go out and about. Many times they're at alpaca shows, and you can actually meet with them and speak with them. But if not, it's as simple as a phone call or possibly an email in. They can answer all the questions for you. They're a full-service ranch providing the breeding right here of alpacas, but they have some great products right there on the website, and they also provide the fiber, like she said, as well. folks out there that maybe have their own alpacas and they don't have a place to put them, or they need a place to put them temporarily, do you provide boarding here?
We do provide boarding. We have about 40 alpacas here now, and about half of those are boarded. So we're kind of at our limit right now, but that can ebb and flow. And so right now we do board, and we treat our boarded animals just as we treat our own. We give supplemental medication if they need it, supplement for feeding and diet if they need it. We give extra feed if they need it, lower feed if they need it. And we're just interacting with the alpacas all the time ourselves, at least twice a day and other times as well. And so we know what's going on with them, and we immediately call owners if we need to refer to a vet, etc. And we just give them tender care all the time.
We're definitely happy to educate folks out there on alpacas. This is something you don't hear about quite a few times. If folks out there are interested in actually purchasing, do you offer financing in-house as well?
Yes, we do. Financing can kind of vary according to the situation, the price of the animal, but usually we would like a third down. But we offer financing and different payment plans and that, extended payment and that. And
let me ask you, you began this in 2009. Before that, not much exposure. I'm sure we have viewers out there that are kind of be intrigued with the animal, maybe want to come out and check it out. Somebody out there who's thinking about wanting one of these animals, what would you tell them, Dave?
Well, at first I'd tell them, ask them, what are they wanting the animal for? Are they going to be wanting to go in for breeding, or are they just looking for something, as you were talking earlier, for companionship, whether they're just looking for a fiber or pet quality animal? That will all affect the type of animal and the price they're looking at. The other thing that they have to worry about is if they're going to be keeping it themselves or if they want us to board it. Because if they're keeping it themselves, these are classified as livestock, and then they got to worry about their zoning or covenants for wherever they live.
Wonderful. Last time viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see their website. Right there you're going to find their contact information. Obviously you can reach out to them via Facebook or even on the website. If you'd like to come out and take a tour during the days they have available, you can see those dates available right there as well. And once again, this is a place that has been providing breeding as well as sales with integrity, small farm attention. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.